We forgot to record the video for a little while. Don't worry. These images are just placeholders. You can whack that at the beginning. That's fine. Hello, and welcome to it. Well, it's not really an episode, is it? It's basically us just film myself playing Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Awesome. I imagine this is very good background material for people doing other stuff. That's like what I like videos to be.
I think that's fair. I do have a quick question which may be relevant to other people.
Sure.
So I've, over the course of a few packs, unboxed a couple of golden cards.
Yes.
Like Cone of Cold.
Yes.
Which is a common card, but it's a golden card.
Yeah.
Repentance.
Yeah.
And, oh goodness, there's at least one other. Anyway, with those common cards, I assume that I should just disenchant them because crafting, I'll still get like plus 10 arcane dust, right? Like it's cheap.
Well, right, here's the thing, right? Are you going to craft them anytime soon?
No.
Like, yeah, because
not.
Sometimes what I'll do with like common cards is I will only, if there's a golden common, I'll only dust it once I've got another copy of it.
Okay.
But yeah. If you're really sure you're never ever going to play it though, like, or you're not going to play it for the foreseeable future, then you could just dust it now. Like, the thing is, right, if you end up crafting it, that's inefficient. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's a common, so you should open it at some point. I mean, but wait, here's one thing. Do you have something right now you want to spend your dust on?
No.
Then why dust anything?
That's a good question. Yeah, no, that's very fair.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I'd say these common, I mean, you should dust them. I mean, do you have, like, 2 of them already?
No, I've only got one Dark Iron Dwarf. I don't know if I've got any other... Oh my god, I do wish you could just kind of it down to, like, just get it to collapse down to just the cards you own when you're crafting.
Yes. No, I find the card interface just to be a pain in the butt.
Oh, it is.
Sorry, I spent ages today, like, looking for... Okay, so you know when, like, you get a pack and it's got a, like, golden card in it?
Yes.
But you don't pay enough attention to where the golden card is. And normally it has, like, a thing that shows you where the new card is in your thing. But I managed to look at it and then, like, get distracted. And I come back and I'm like, where's the golden card? I want to... So yeah, I just spent like 5 minutes just trawling through my fucking collection looking for this damn thing.
No, generally I do feel like the card interface is awful for a PC, but it makes a lot of sense on something like, I suppose, tablet.
No, it sucks ass on tablet too. This is what I was looking at on. Well, it's all right. I mean, maybe it's the best we've got, but it doesn't feel very ordered. Like, the search function is a pain in the ass.
The search function is just... there, like, full stop.
Right, what I wish there was is that there's a function to show which cards do I have, which are gold, that I can just dust. Like, I don't want to be, like, rummaging through all the craftables and shit. There probably is a way to do that, but if there is, I'm just clearly too stupid to find it.
I have no idea. Yeah, it does make... Can you craft cards in gold?
Yes.
Oh.
It just costs a lot.
Yes. Probably a complete waste of dust.
To some people, right, if someone gets a kick out of playing gold cards, then it's not a waste. To me, yeah, it's an insane waste. But I can imagine to someone else, like, having a whole gold deck is amazing. Like, there's a kind of fireside meetup group here in Brighton that meets about once a month, and one of the girls there has a complete, like, druid set of everything in gold. Yeah, and she gets a real kick out of it, so good on her.
Well, no, I totally understand wanting all the golden cards, but, like, for me, what a waste.
Yeah, no, entirely. I want stuff that, like, I want to get all the game-affecting items before I start getting cosmetic bullshit.
Yeah,
right? But
I'm totally the kind of person, I love the look of the golden cards, I love the animations on them, I think they look absolutely beautiful.
I think some do. I think some look a bit like, I'm not sure about that, but yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I haven't seen anywhere I'm just like, eh. But I haven't had that much exposure to them, so...
Yeah.
But yes.
But yeah, I'd say in general, you probably could afford to dust your commons if they're not in a deck that you're even vaguely looking at right now. But unless you have a use for that dust, then just leave it for a bit. Don't let it burn a hole in your pocket.
The only other question is, the Dark Iron Dwarf, which
Right.
I am searching for. I kind of feel like it's probably not going to have a place in any of my decks.
It is sometimes used in Zoo. I'm not sure it's been used in Zoo recently.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing about something like Dark Iron Dwarf. I can't say for certain that there's not going to be some archetype coming out soon where, like, suddenly Dark Iron Dwarf is, like, absolutely fucking amazing.
That's fair. Okay. Well, that about wraps up my questions on whether I should craft my golden cards. I think, yeah.
Well, I think questions like this are really good.
Until I've got at least one other version of them, I'm going to leave them for now.
Yeah, I mean, like, unless there's something you really want right now, like, it's not doing any harm not being dusted, right?
Yeah. It's just sitting there.
Another thing to consider, which, I mean, they tend not to do it as much these days, but if a card gets buffed or nerfed, then you get full dust back for crafting it.
So theoretically, one of those, if it got buffed or nerfed,
then you could get a lot of dust for it. But,
800.
I mean, having said that, like, some people have been like hanging on to multiple copies of Dr. Boom for a very, very long time, being like, he's going to get nerfed, right? And then he just never got nerfed. So, yeah. If you just have a bajillion sitting around, then fuck it. But otherwise, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm now rank 16 with 2 stars in it.
Right, and you really want to get to 15, so...
I really want to hit 15 because I know that you get a golden rare.
Yes.
And
the 5 boundaries. Just to explain, for every 5 ranks that you get a different chest at the end of the season, and you get more stuff in it.
And the 5 boundaries are like quite significant.
Yes.
I mean, especially for someone like me, because I guess a golden rare has got to be worth like has got to be worth a fair amount of dust, like 200 dust to me.
I think it's 100, is it?
Okay, I wouldn't know.
I think a golden epic is maybe 200.
I can actually look this up, can't I? Crafting, and I can just go rare. No golden cards only.
Cards. Let's see how much it costs to craft. You'll get 100 for it.
100.
Okay, what does an epic cost? I'm pretty sure it gets you 200, but I could be wrong.
An epic is 400.
400, yeah. Because, I mean, if you get rank 5 or below, you always get an epic at the end of each season.
Yeah, so really those epics are going to help.
Yeah.
This game is so win more when it comes to cards.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I really hate is that they have this positive feedback loop now, where the higher that you rank, the more dust you get to get better cards to rank higher.
I kind of feel like you should be able to kind of... I don't know how else they could reward you, but...
yeah, I mean, they can't do a thing to, like, where, like, lower players get a, like, worse award or people, like, deliberately tank. So, they're in a no-win situation.
I just kind of feel like it should be all cosmetic.
Yes.
Because when you get into the whole... If you're winning, you can craft all the new cards and win more. That's frustrating.
I quite like the idea of like have something tied to like how much your account has been played on, so that like, you know, if it's a really new account, you'll get more stuff because you need more stuff to get, you know, viable. But as you get later on, it becomes much easier. Yeah, who knows?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What now?
I apparently hit the wrong key command to start recording the visuals. It's okay. I'll just put a freeze frame up.
So all this time it's just going to be voice. Okay, let's do some fucking laddering.
Okay, do you want to see my deck first, or do you just like...
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look at it.
I've been playing with Elise Starseeker, who has been wonderful fun.
Yes.
Is she good for the ladder? I mean, she's not a bad card.
A lot of people are using her in like super late game decks. I mean, what it does is it gives a deck a late game angle. I mean, the thing to do would be like run stats on yourself, like see how often you're actually getting mileage out of her and how often she's...
What I'm actually doing is she often shows up like in the same hand as Holy Champion.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, I look at the board and I think, my holy champion's probably going to get mulched. But I need to have...
You need some body down.
Yeah, I need some body down.
Whoa. But wait, your argument here is that, like, man, I really need a substandard card in my hand. But what if you just, like, had another 4-drop that was, like, a money 4-drop as opposed to a...
So would I be better off replacing it with something like, not Hungry Dragon? What is that?
Oh, God, not Hungry Dragon.
No,
Hungry Dragon has taken a massive nerf these days. Because, like, Rogue got that, I can't remember quite what it's called, Venomous Snake or something. The 2/1 with poison on it.
Oh, I see.
One. Like, seriously, you play Hungry Dragon, a 2/1 with, like, poison comes out and kills your Hungry Dragon.
And you're just sad.
Then you're just like, I've made some bad life decisions. How did I get here?
That's fair enough. I keep looking at Hungry Dragon and thinking,
Yeah,
I'm sure that most of the 1-drops are like
bad. Yeah, sure.
Are either shit or
it was
they
really
have,
interesting. Before the set came out with Hungry Dragon in, I think, what was it, Black Rock Mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, like everyone was predicting that Hungry Dragon was basically going to be the second coming of Jesus. And then it dropped. People tried Hungry Dragon and were like, man, this sucks. Let's not play Hungry Dragon.
So that 1-drop is actually really significant.
Yeah, it turns out that 1-drops are a real pain in the ass. Like, you get some with taunt and you're like, well, that's awkward.
Okay.
And also, it's just like, it's the whole thing of like, having a body without stats is generally not, well, a body without text is generally not good enough for constructed. Like, you need your minion to do something.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll leave Elise in for now.
Yeah, leave her in for now. We'll see how it goes. I mean, like, even if she's not totally efficient, then, one, are you having fun with her?
I'm having loads of fun.
Then
I've actually ended up in like a Golden Monkey standoff.
What? Where you've both just got a deck full of
legendaries,
Legends.
yeah,
nice.
and
That's
dropped.
awesome,
I managed to drop a Reno Jackson when I was on 4 health. I was just like, yes,
yeah, baby. Yeah, because here's a way to think about it. I'm like, okay, so I play Hearthstone suboptimally. I don't play the best meta decks. I play weird decks because I find them more interesting, and that keeps me playing. Like,
yeah, Elise is totally worth it for just as a fun factor.
Yeah, like if it's fun and making your laddering fun, then keep her in, because that's like your goal right now. If you're talking about like, how you're going to get better at Hearthstone, you need more cards, so you need laddering not to be a chore. So because you need to not get put off the damn game. And that's
true.
The thing when you're starting out, you need it to be fun. It's quite hard to keep the fun going when you're new, just because like you're playing against decks full of legendaries and you're like, this is bullshit. I don't have any of those. Yeah,
Wallet Warriors are a real pain sometimes. I mean, sometimes I have like both Entombs and the Shadow Word Death in my hand. I'm like,
you've got nothing, warrior.
you got nothing. Put it all down.
Let's get into ranked. We've been yakking way too long.
Yeah.
We can yak more in ranked. It'll be fine. Okay, so what format would you like to do this? Would you like to say what you think is a good play, and then I'll chip in and say what I think is a good play?
I think that's a great idea. I'd like to see us actually sustain that.
Do you think we're not going to have enough time to do that?
I think it's unlikely. I think especially towards the end, like when our moves begin to get more complex, I'm going to just get rid of all of this.
Yes, I would. The temptation would be to keep Power Word Shield, but without knowing you have a minion to put it on, it's kind of a dead card. Yeah, now you're like, man, I wish I had Power Word Shield.
Yeah.
But, whatever. Okay, so, geez, I don't know what things are like down this end of the ladder. Chow, that makes decisions easy. Like, I suspect this guy's going to be Rush Shaman, because, like, there's a couple of Rush Shaman decks which are really popular at the moment.
Okay, doke.
Just, like, loads of burn, loads of little creatures, blah, blah, blah.
So do we coin out something like the Dark Cultist, or maybe even the Elise?
You can't coin out Elise, but...
Oh, no, you can't.
I would coin out Dark Cultist just to have stuff on the board against Shaman. He doesn't have an easy removal for a health minion. I mean, unless he's willing to spend a Crackle, but even then it's not guaranteed. So, and it means like you can run it into stuff, you can clear up totems, you can use your Northshire to heal. Oh, fantastic. Okay. He's playing a bad card. That's great.
So
Right.
do I drop the curator, or do I run the cultist in, drop a North shit, and then heal up? Because what I'd usually do is I'd drop the cleric, run in, heal up.
I would do that for two reasons. One, if you use cleric and heal, it uses your mana efficiently.
Yep.
And using your mana efficiently is a big thing, it turns out. Like later on, you're going to have space in your thing for it, to flow down the museum
I'll do that,
curator.
and then we'll see what he does. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The other thing about like using the curator, like, I mean, essentially you're throwing down a slightly gammy minion and you're getting a card. But in this case, like, you get benefit for throwing down the Northshire Cleric. You also get the Dark Cultist healed. Whereas if you threw down the Museum Curator, you wouldn't have that same benefit.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so I think this is massively superior. Oh, wow, are you going to take out the Northshire? This is fantastic. Don't get taunt. Don't get taunt. Don't get taunt. Fuck. Okay, the taunt is a shame, but it's not the end of the world.
So, here I'd be tempted just to throw down a lease, poke the taunt, and then end.
Yeah, so the question is, do you want to heal your dude, or do you want to get a lease out?
I mean, if I heal my dude, then that's kind of efficient on that, and I suppose I could throw down the curator.
Although, here's the thing, like, you've already got more cards than the shaman, you want a board. If you end up with a weak cultist on the board, threatening to massively buff a 3/5's health, I think I'm okay with that. So I think leaving the cultist on slightly lower health just for now isn't that bad. And I think it's worth it for getting another body on the board.
I'd agree. I kind of want to have more bodies on the board, especially if he's rushing in.
Yeah, you really want to get control of the board. And also, it means that even if he takes out one of your creatures, you still have a chance to go and batter that totem, because that thing needs to die. Like, you can't suffer one of those to live. They can get massively out of hand. Okay, that's not so bad.
Very glad that's not another taunt.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, his deck seems a bit shit, honestly. Like, having Murloc Tidehunter, unless he's like a Murloc deck and I'm just massively misreading this. Maybe
it's
he's
possible.
like got...
But don't the Murlocs usually go with the Paladins now?
Well, okay. In the latest set, there were two big Murloc cards. Shaman got one and Paladin got one. The Murloc Paladin is a much more popular deck. This is a fucking Murloc deck. How's he going to kill that?
Crackle? I don't know. I think
this is interesting. I'm very intrigued. Like, he's going to lightning bolt that. But then, what are you going to kill? Well, I mean, this is looking awful for you, Mr. Shaman. Okay,
so part of me is tempted to... I mean, the easiest thing to do is just fill out my mana curve and throw down the sludge, right?
Yeah.
And then poke away the flame tongue.
Yeah.
There's a small part of me that wants to get more cards in my hand and throw down a curator.
If the decision is ever to get more cards in your hand, when you have good cards you could play from your hand, and you don't have an overloaded board, yes, you should play for your hand. My take would be play the Belcher, kill the Flame Tongue with the Cultist. Like, I'd make this mistake as well. I'm like, oh my god, value, oh my god, efficiency. But no, what you want is, like, if you've got cards you can play in your hand, play those cards and draw cards later. Like, there's no... Yeah, you don't have to hurry on that front. That's fine. You got a hex out of him.
You can't... Yeah.
And now he's going to kill that, which is fine. He's like burning out of cards somewhat. Okay, so that's great, but we don't want to play... Like, unless we can fill out what we're doing right now, I think it's a bit early to play that.
What, the Maps of the Golden Monkey?
Yeah. Because it's 2 mana out of your hand, and like we might want that mana right now. Like, at this point, I'd either Curator or Thoughtsteel. I might Curator, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, shall I Curator? Because if I Curator,
I
may get a 4-drop.
If I were you, I Curator and draw a Piloted Shredder.
Okay, I'll do that, shall I?
Exactly. Let's draw a Piloted Shredder. I think that's the play. Oh, Grey, you've thrown it again.
Did we take the Sludge Belcher, even though it doesn't fit into putting another card? Or do I take
Sludges are really nice. I mean, we could be greedy and try and get a Nerubian and put a thing on it, but
Let's just take the Sludge, shall we?
take the Sludge, maybe Thought Steal. He doesn't have anything crazy aggressive on the board right now. I mean, this is probably a bit slow, and we probably wouldn't get away with this unless his deck was a bit janky. But my suspicion is his deck's a bit janky, so...
Well, what would we have done otherwise?
It would have been nice to, like, I don't know, get some more board or something.
Yeah, but how?
Well, okay, I'm sure when we replay the video, we could have, like, found a different way to do stuff.
That's useless. Do I want to Shadow Word Death this? Because that's my reaction. My reaction is get rid of that, because it's going to buff everything. Especially all his Murlocs, which are going to rush in.
I would say yes, get rid of that shit. Do we want to entomb it? No. I think this is fine.
No, I think deathing it is... If he's got better value minions...
It should be aware, right? Say if, like, some big Murlocs come out, if you play those Murlocs, you're kind of giving him Murloc synergy. So entombing big Murlocs might be an issue.
Oh, that's true. Do I show down the Unbound, or do I Curator again?
Tough call. I'd Curator, maybe?
Oh,
I mean, it clears, like, he doesn't have much stuff on board. You're in a very strong position.
Take another
Belcher. And you play the map now, just because you're in a fine position. Like, he's only got 2 cards. Like, I don't think we need to play super tight right now, because he's
only got
shit,
2 cards.
Right? I mean, unless he, like, really pulls out some crazy shit. But Shaman's got crap draw is one of the problems with Shaman. So I think you're doing okay. I mean, like, it feels like you're in a lovely position. Next turn, you've got a lot of good options. Oh, that's a thing. Well, I mean...
You know what I could do?
Earth Elemental. Shame if something were to happen to it.
So I throw down the Entomb?
Yeah, I would. I think that's great. Just get him out of the way. Oh my god, Entomb is a gross card. You want to kill the 1/1, I guess?
There's no point in throwing down the North, it'll just get mulched.
Do you care about the North getting mulched at this point? I mean, you might want card draw later, but
at the moment, he's...
Yeah, I guess the advantage you get for having the North out...
Is there really much of an advantage?
Well, you'll end up with a creature on the board to play Valen's Chosen on, if you so choose to.
That's true. Okay.
I'd be tempted just to throw it down, just to be like, here, kill this. Because he'll like be like, oh my god, that fool played a Northshire. But you don't really need draw right now, and I'm not sure you're going to. My god, I hope I don't rue those words in a little while.
I look forward to dying and
just being like,
Ruskey.
If only we had more cards, you fool. But you've also got Meteor Drake in your hand. Where did he come from?
Oh, he came from the Thoughtsteal.
Oh, yes, of course. Okay. I was like, you don't have Meteor Drakes in your deck, do you? That would be weird.
No, I don't have a Dragon Priest. Okay, that's interesting.
You know. Okay, you've got to stop hovering over cards like that. Because I can't see the rest of your hand, and I'm like, I just want to... Could you just get out the fucking way?
So maybe throw down a Sludge and then an Unbound Elemental?
I would Sludge and Valen's your other dude. Turn him into a 3/5 and just get him slapping stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm
like,
cool
he's
with
out
this.
of cards. We just want to, like, keep upping the tempo somewhat. And, like, yeah, he might use, what's it called? That zappy thing, Earth Shock. But he's going to want to use that on the Sludge right now if he's got that out, right? I mean, Dickwolves. What's Dickwolves out of? Oh, that's Penny Arcade, wasn't it? Okay, good. Glad I remembered that. Seems very important.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so... my temptation here would be to throw down the Kel'Thuzad because I've got a Sludge Belcher on the board.
Okay. So here's the thing about Kel'Thuzad. Shamans have a lot of silence. You want to play Kel'Thuzad when you're running your minions into stuff to get value. Like a preemptive Kel'Thuzad lets him deal with it.
Okay.
So I mean, I'd kill the 2 taunts he's got because... Oh, wait. Do we want to play an Azure Drake? Because then we draw a card. And if we drew into Holy Nova, well, sweet Jesus in heaven. Sure, let's do this, see what we get. We probably won't draw into a Holy Nova. That's fine. Okay, I would play... how much is the...
Did I actually just throw down the Earth Elemental?
Yeah, throw down the big ass, kill his dogs. It'll be fine. It does mean we can't play Kel'Thuzad next turn, which does feel a little bit janky with stuff like what we've got on the board. But I think he's going to... Oh,
I'd be impressed if he managed to clear the board.
Holy crap, if we can Kel'Thuzad with that big fella out, that's pretty... That's a thing. Okay, he wants to draw cards now.
So how much silence does the Shaman have? Shaman.
Shaman is one of the classes that has a large amount of silence in general. Just because they have Earth Shocks. They tend not to run anything but Earth Shocks. But, I mean, they also have... what's it called? Where you turn someone into a toad. Hex. That's the one.
Yes.
God, I can't even word right now. So, yeah. You're doing that thing of hovering over cards. Are you hovering over that thing?
You know what? I actually just let go of my mouse.
You're a monster, Grey.
I am. I'm a terrible person.
Okay, I think right now you just want to be clearing out his board. Shamans have bloodlusts. You don't want to mess around. Oh, I didn't wait for you to tell me what you think you should do. I'm a terrible person.
So hang on. I assume I want to keep as much alive as possible. So the elemental into the Drake.
I wouldn't. I'd say keep your elemental on big health. Like it's
okay.
Out. It's a
so
tough
just trade
call.
kind of 1-for-1 as much as possible then.
I do the Drake. Drake into the Drake. I think that's fine. I do the 1/2 into the 1/1.
Yep.
I do the 3/3 into the 1/2.
Yep.
And then, I wouldn't kill that just because 7 damage. Face health? That. Yeah. I'd then drop a sludge and heal up your 3/2 dude. Just because efficient mana. I think that's fine. I mean, yeah, he can't do much. If he uses the actual damage on that totem to do something, then we might feel like a bit of a chump. But giving it 5 damage overkill on a totem seems too much for the board state as it stands. Now we want Instant to bring out some big stuff that we can throw our dudes into and die and then Kel'Thuzad.
That do...
needs killing first. Oh,
yep.
Or stealing. I'm not sure. Oh wait, he's going to have another Flame Tongue in the deck. So don't use that yet. I wouldn't. I'd hang on to the Cabal till the second
so I can
Flame
seal
Tongue.
the Flame Tongue and put it between a couple of minions and happy times.
Yeah. So I mean, this is just efficient trading that you've got here, essentially.
So wait. Throw this into this into...
I'd do the big guy into the 2/5 just because you can clean him out in 1.
Oh yeah, he does.
And you're going to want to
heal him up.
No, well, let's do all the other trades because you might want to trade the 1/1 in. Yeah, so do him on the 2/1. That's fine.
Him on
he
the 1/1.
Wants to kill the Murloc out of preference just because he might have Murloc synergy cards.
And then run him into face.
I'd kill the 1/1 with him. That's not 3 damage. Isn't massive. You want to heal someone and bring out some more board, or do you want to bring out more board?
Bring out the piloted shredder.
Yeah, sure. Shredders are great. They've got a death rattle. If you get
AoE,
my
Earth Elemental.
Sure, heal the big guy because if he died, that'd be sad. He's awesome. Oh man, do you know what we missed out on?
What did we miss out on?
We could have used the Earth Elemental to buff the Unbound Elemental. Because of the overload.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, I know. I'm not in playing around overload zone today.
Yeah, so that would have actually been... Oh, no, but so it would have gained 1/1.
Exactly. It would have been a 3/5 is a lot more useful than 2/4. I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're crushing this guy. I don't see him making a comeback.
Whenever you play here, you don't get it off. Get it off other. Leave it. Not worth it now. Surely it's not worth it now.
Not now. I mean, we'd want to play Kel'Thuzad first at any rate, just because.
Yeah, because that'd be hilarious.
But I mean, it's fun. I'd play Kel'Thuzad this turn. In preemptiveness of playing the monkey because the monkey's awesome, right? I mean,
yeah. And then just run everything into face.
Take out the 2 totems because suffer not a totem to live. Then when I also heal up your 3/2 dude, and this game's done. Like what? I mean, elemental destruction might even things up a little bit, but seriously, what's he going to do at this point? We're done here, right? Right.
Yeah, we're done here. I'd be very impressed if he came back from this.
Yes. Very, very impressed. Very, very, very impressed.
2 cards in the hand. I've got lethal on the board.
Yep. Okay, he's doing the old... He's hoping your connection's going to drop. I assume that's what he's doing.
Okay. I was wondering why some people just, like, leave it until the rope starts burning.
Some people get really salty. Like, I've had people... You can tell when, like, they've just walked away from their keyboard and you're like, motherfucker, why would you do that? Like, Hearthstone is one of those things where I just realise quite how alien other people are. Like, you know when people do the floundering thing, when they've clearly lost, but they insist on playing out their entire hand? And I'm like, that doesn't change anything, you know? Why would you do that?
So I do that because I kind of want to see how far can I push this board. I kind of want to see how dead am I, in theory. I mean, unless they've got lethal and I've got
dead.
nothing
but
that
like
I can
if
do.
you're dead, you're just dead, and you can put some cards on the board, but you're still dead. Unless you're assuming that he's gonna, you know, not notice he's got lethal or something. Let's end this game. Oh, the other one is like people doing overkill. Like,
oh, I'm just gonna hit him in the face.
Just do it. Don't VM. This is one of the rules. Like, if someone's got like an amazing combo in their hand, oh, I just want to show the world how much more I could have won by. And it's just like, oh, there's no need for that. If someone's lost, give them a bit of respect. Be nice.
Fair enough. And that actually bumps me up to 15.
Because of win streaks. Awesome.
Which I'd forgotten about.
Wow. Yay.
Ooh,
you got a new chest.
So, top 30% for Silver Moon Guardian.
Cool. You're in the top 30% of players, Grey.
Yeah, apparently. With your help. Though, to be fair, I that one I feel like I probably could have won.
Yes, I'd hope so. But I mean, as long as this is like an educational thing, then I think it's fine.
Yes.
I wonder what the legal standpoint is on, you know, other people shoulder riding people to victory. There's probably not a legal standpoint on it, I would guess.
I was going to say, I don't know if that'd be a thing at all.
Yeah, like, in fact, no. There's nothing in the Blizzard TOS about, you cannot take advice from your mates. That'd be stupid as hell, wouldn't
it? Your friends cannot help you. You must stand alone.
Stand alone and die. Okay, well, I guess, should we call it for today?
Yeah, I think that's a perfectly fine place
minutes?
to call it. Yeah.
I thought we were going to be on here for hours, but I'm kind of hungry. Man, I was, okay, so one of the reasons that I'm crap at Hearthstone is I like do Hearthstone while I'm doing like reps in terms of exercise and stuff.
Yeah.
So I like, and man, I play some stupid stuff when I'm like doing reps because I'm like, the worst is like when I'm doing like arm exercises and like I'm doing the exercises and I've got Hearthstone on my iPad because like you want to do that whole thing of like you do half of your like total and you do it with a minute gap in between. So I find that minute gap in between, it's great for getting a couple of turns of Hearthstone in. But it's when like, it's when I can't really like use the iPad correctly because my arms are shaking from having to do like bicep curls or something. Like, I just need to click on face and then I've won. Yeah. I don't even know where that anecdote was going.
I have no idea. But I do the same thing just without my arms shaking and just clicking on the wrong card. I may have accidentally Valen's chosen one of my opponents. minions earlier.
That's fine. The amount of times when I was starting off where I'd be like hovering over one of his creatures with a frostbolt and be like, no, I'm not going to play the frostbolt. I'd drag the frostbolt back to my hand and release the button. Except I was still kind of over my face and I'd shoot myself in the face and then I'd be like, now I feel like a chump. Although I haven't shot myself with a damaging spell in a very long time, which makes me happy.
That's... I don't think I've shot myself with the damaging spell, but
No.
I have buffed opponents that I've meant to kill.
Oops. What, grabbing the wrong spell?
Yeah, just because I've had like Velens right next to Death Word, and then not had enough mana to play the Death Word as well. It's doubly sad. Yeah,
no, I've done similar things, like especially on like in the old days when sometimes cards would jump around, like. There was a bug like way back when like sometimes you couldn't get to cards. They'd be in your hand and you'd be like, but I can see it there, but like it'd be like tucked under another card or something and you're like, what the fuck? Really? Like
no.
you're just trying to pull one card out enough so you can grab the one under it and stuff. Oh man, those were dark times.
So were they trying to kind of do a more close simulation of like how you hold cards and you can like do different spreads or something?
No. It was just like, it was exactly the same thing as we have now, except the animation was a bit janky and sometimes it would get hung in weird places. It still happens sometimes, but much, much more rare. But anyway, we're yakking on again. Let's wrap this one up. Thank you for watching, whoever was watching. Yeah, take it easy. We'll see you next time.